Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Banished. Sorry about that, I had to alt-tab for real quickly to get all the comments or everything that you guys said up on my screen, so it's gonna be a little bit of slow start of this episode because I want to cover some things. Ese de Hombre wrote something, a comment, and a lot of it's amazing. Some of it I'm gonna try to counter. Maybe it's right, maybe I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. But it's wow, thank you for this. It's amazing. Okay, so let me read the comment in the beginning from Ese de Hombre. You build too many houses and now it's messed up. So upgrade to stone houses and they will stay in the building house while you rebuild it. In the boarding house, sorry, while you rebuild it. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. At one point I want to start doing this. I was just not aware of the benefits, which later in the comment Hombre clarifies what is the benefit of the upgrading to stone houses. Yeah, that was always a plan. My only problem is like how much stone do we have? I mean, like, of course, I'm not sure what is the quantity that we can get from here, but I think it's kind of obvious that that we can do it. Upgrade to stone houses and they will stay in the boarding house while you rebuild it. Okay. You can do a big cleanup. This is amazing. This I can't believe that I didn't think of this, because it's kind of obvious, like, these people are not like, they don't find their soulmates. They're just like, you know, man and woman, they just shack up and voila. Well, like real life, isn't it? You can do a great reset. We can do a great cleanup, as Hombre says, by deleting all the houses, and after 10 seconds you cancel that. Cancel them all. I'm just gonna test this real quickly for a second. If I do it like this, and can I just cancel it, or do I have to? If I have to go into the house to cancel it, that might be a little bit annoying. Remove resources. Cancel removal. Yeah, we can. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is something that I would like to try. I will read everything first, and then we can do this. Right. And that will reset all the people living together, and they will get back in couples. Use winter to cut trees. Oh, this is amazing as well. Use winter to cut trees. All the farmers are doing nothing, so they will do labor's work. When you put buildings in a yellow circle of the gatherer, they cannot produce, they produce less food. Yeah, gatherer. So if we put the buildings within a gatherer's limit, this is kind of obvious. I bet that it affects the hunter as well, probably. I mean, definitely forester and gatherer, because that building is actually taking space where your food can grow, you know, the mushrooms and stuff. So yeah, every house you build, I'm fully aware of that, but I'm thinking, is it worth the trade-off that you actually, you know, lose 5 times 5, or is it 4 times 4 square for one house? In this case it's like 6 houses, so it's a little bit bigger, but they don't have to travel so far to get to work. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not, especially if you're gonna expand in great distances. That might be a positive thing to do, like to build these houses far away, because we cannot expand this city indefinitely. Usually it will be covered mostly. All the houses more or less will have to be within this circle if they're gonna go and get the food and stuff from here, from where they want it. And then if you build another town center, right, let's say down the road over here, that will create another set of problems. But what set of problems? It's we cannot use this area to actually, you know, use it for forestry. And then if you build a few of these cities, few of these marketplaces, and they are all dotted with farms and the pastures and the mines or quarries, you can't really grow trees there, because some of these stuff is more important than your logs. Well, like food and stuff. Well, it doesn't seem so right now, but actually I'm gonna turn on these little monitors to follow what are the food reserves for us. I mean, like, it's only 5,400, but bear in mind that we will soon have the harvest, so it's gonna be fine. And the beans, yeah, I'll cover beans soon as well, but let's continue on. Right, schools are important, and you need them near the houses. Okay, I was always thinking like, yeah, okay, if you have part of your population educated, that's good, and it's mostly gonna be major part of your population because look, we have 120 workers and we only have 21 students. So one school would cover almost everybody with this population. So we would need to double this population and growth in order to need another school. But yeah, I was like, iffy, is it worth it or not? Like benefit of having the less schools is that your children are hitting the worker market faster, so you get them faster. With less educated, and in the long run they are not so productive, but still they're faster. But yeah, I think I 100% agree that schools, you should put all your kids through schooling system in real life too. Right, continuing on, we have the overview tab of the town hall tells you houses versus family. I did not know that. Let's check it. So we have the houses versus family. Let's see if we have production, no overview. We have educated, clothed. I'm looking at this and let's see what it is. You need one house per family. The overview tab, yeah, gives you year, homes, families. Okay, here we go. Homes and families, we have 69 homes, 67 families. So we are close. We're close enough. We have 2 homes more than we should. I was thinking of upgrading some of the houses. Let's start doing that straight away. Let's upgrade some of the houses to stone houses. I will do the reset of the other houses because stone is lagging behind. So I'll do this. I'll let them do this. I will also do an experiment with the forest during next winter that we play. We will be deforesting huge chunk of forest and also monitor how fast it actually regrows on its own. Oolykee likes to do it tree by tree, you know, choosing the big trees first, because then little trees, and like, I think when you deforest the huge chunk of terrain, the middle of that terrain is going to be the last that's going to receive any fruits on the ground, like berries or onions, potatoes, whatever, and trees as well. So if we deforest the huge area, but this winter we will deforest a huge area and stockpile a lot of trees and stuff. Yeah, I can certainly go for, because I probably should have built a storage area around here near the quarry, and I probably still should, and I'm still talking and not building it actually. Yeah, let's do it later. Well, no, let's do it now. Do we have anything constructing? Yeah, we have houses being constructed. That's fine. I'll put 2 of them in a construction. 9 laborers and 2 builders, because they're not building anything. All the houses that are being upgraded are not even... Wait. They need to dismantle it, right? Yeah. Let's get more then. Let's go for 6. I think workers need to dismantle it. Yeah, you can see that there are workers assigned to the houses. Yeah, perfect. Let's just go for it. Okay, beans were working fine, but the small farm are done faster than the big farms, and beans harvest in the summer, so you missed it 2 times. So yeah, I think Ombre is also right here, because there were small farms and they were just picking it much faster. And the beans, I did not notice that they are actually at a different planting and growth stages. That would be really good if we had actually, you know, some kind of overview what each planting season and the harvest season, so we can balance these things off. Then we can actually work with less farmers. Yeah. Anyway, it's a good thing. I now know that some of the look at this crop. This is squash. They're only 54% yield. I think not only yield, but this is when they're going to be ready to harvest. They're still working on it, while the beans actually are done. They came to 100% yield, so they had to be harvested. Okay, stone houses will use 15 wood a year, but the houses use 30 wood a year. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to know. Well, I needed to know. It's not like I asked the questions, and I should have. Yeah, so houses consume less firewood. Yes, this is definitely worth trade-off, and I will. Should I? Yeah, let's finish these houses because I want to do this experiment with families and homes. But I'm gonna continue reading. Ombre said that stone roads help fast travel. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. I mean, like I knew that, but I don't know at what point is actually worth it to invest into the stone roads, you know. I mean, like we have 450 stone, but that can be gone in seconds. For example, let's do one stone road upgrade. I think this industrial area definitely is one of the busier ones, so let's do like this. This stone road is 49, let's say it's 48, but let's say 50, and then this stone road over here is gonna be another 40, and let's go for this one here to have a stone road. This is going to be another 40, so that would be 80 and 50, let's say 120. It's 130, but it's few of them were less, so like less than full numbers. So let's say to 120 stone, it's gone. It's already gone. So buy. Regarding these houses, they require 40 stone to build each one of them, I believe. We're gonna double check that. That's also a big thing. Yeah, 40 stone each house. Now bear in mind that they do have 8 stone from the basic one, so it's 32 stone per house. But in the long run, they will be it's going to be much better for us because they're already upgrading the road. Nice. It's going to be much better for us because they're going to consume less firewood, so we need less foresters and all that stuff. So sooner we get on that train, on that boat, or whatever we want to call it, it's better. So I'm going to start upgrading these stone houses. I will try to see if we can. I don't even know. I won't do it now. I will not do the Great Reset now. I will ask you once again, guys. Do you think? Or sorry, Ombre. Do you think that homes versus families? That we have 63 homes. We had 60. We had 67 families, 69 homes. Now because we are upgrading this, we lost few homes, but this seems like it's pretty close. That means that if we want more families, we're gonna have to expand, even though the reality doesn't reflect that, because I saw some of the homes having one person living there. For example, here, does it count as a family? Probably not. Maybe this is the problem. No. Where would family live then? I mean, like, I understand that we have some of them in boarding houses, and we're gonna get stone homes soon, but anyway, I think it would be better if we upgraded all the houses at the same time. That would also kind of do the reset thing. But yeah, Ombre, would it be better if we upgraded all the houses at the same time? I mean, there's going to be a huge amount of people not having the house, but they don't really need house. They don't need house for procreating, but to creating babies, but that's about it. Or should we do it gradually, like 6 by 6 and stuff like that? Anyway, continuing on, it's the all the people on the left need the market and the church, so they will travel all the way to church. You need to yeah, so right on the left, I would say that means this area because it's further away from the church. Oh, sorry, you probably mean these guys in the forest, that they will have to travel all the way to the market. Well, actually, do they need the market? What do they need market for? They need firewood. Yeah, they get it from here. They need food. They get it from barn. They need church. Yes, I stand corrected. Church is something that they probably gonna need. But other than that, I don't see a lot of need for them. I don't see crap load of needs for them at the moment, at least. Well, maybe I'm missing something, but anyway. Like, what these people in the forest need, except church? I mean, like, food, they should be getting food from here. I might be missing something. They should be getting food from here, and they should be getting firewood from here as well. As you can see, they have some firewood in the local storage area. Okay, anything else? You need well near the barn so you don't lose a lot of food. Yes, okay, that's a good one. Thanks for that. I will do this right now. I will go for removing the road from here. Please remove this road. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to place the well over here. Well. Where is it? Here we go. Well, but I'll wait for this to be constructed. Wait, do I have to be all the way around? Maybe I do. Maybe I can't place it here. I was thinking of placing it here. It doesn't matter, you know what, like, let's just place it in the middle here. There we go. just mess everything up. 40 stone, that's fine, let them construct it, all good. Stone houses being constructed, perfect. Boarding house, we don't need people in here, we need to get them into houses, that's perfect. And to never have farms, you need extra pasture, right, you need well near the older barns, so if you don't lose a lot of food when it catches fire. And you need extra pasture that are not next to the pasture you have. Never have farms and pastures with the same items next to each other, as infections can jump. Okay, one other question. Is it does the animal have to be the same? Like, do same bugs jump from sheep to cows, or they cannot jump through the different type of animal, or you know what I mean? Like, can I just put cows here, or is it better not to have anything around these sheep? That's a interesting question. And if that is so, I have a really good idea what I can do to incorporate. Whoa. Crushed by a rock. Well, happens. I'll lower the amount of workers because we don't need so many of them. How many of you? Oh, only one in the boarding house. Right, so yeah, this is definitely something that really interests me. For example, you can see that fields are usually 15 times 15. The best utilization of orchards is 15 times 13, north to south. Now bear in mind, another one? No, that's the same. Now bear in mind what is north and south. You have this little map area. Always up is north, down is south, left and right. You know what I mean. So north to south, it needs to be 13 north and 15 east-west. North-south is 13, east-west is 15. So we can actually adjust all of our buildings like that. All of our farming stuff. Like, we can even build that big of a pasture for our animals. We can actually, you know what? Let's start experimenting with this. I think we can do it over here. I'll do the here 15 times 13. And let's see how many animals we can actually get into these, because if we standardize all of our... No, I don't really want it that way, it doesn't matter. Backstreet Boys would be shame of the... because I don't want it that way. Right, so I'm gonna build another pasture. It's gonna be 15 times 13. It's much smaller than this. It's gonna be like 3 times smaller than this or so. Doesn't matter, but I'll start testing this theory if we can actually squeeze in, you know, a little bit of fields, a little bit of orchards, and if they're all 15 times 13, maybe even I can shrink down the workforce in the farms. Maybe not. Maybe better not. I mean, like, we're fine with farmers and all of that stuff. I think even if we have 2 lines or 30 squares, smaller field, having 4 workers, 4 farmers would be probably beneficial for the field anyway, in any case. So yeah, I can adopt this to be our new norm. If you guys is Ombre and you guys think that it would be a good idea to have fields, not like all of them. Farm fields are 15 times 15. We would shrink that to 15 times 13, 15 times 13. The orchards are already that size, and then we have pasture here that we will have to shrink like 3 times probably. I mean, 25 times 25 is what, 525? 525, and the 13 times 13 is 169, and 2 times 15, 30, 190, 525, 190. Yeah, it's almost 3 times smaller, 2.5 times smaller. The size of the fields. Yeah, well, if my math is correct, and that's always questionable, always. Right, so again, what do you think about the houses? What we should do about the houses? Should I slowly upgrade all of them? Let's double check the statistics. Thank you for this, Ombre, I did not know this. Homes 68, families 70. Yeah, we're already missing some homes, but again, what the hell is this then? Rigo is living alone, and then we have probably more than 1 house. Here we go. This house has only 1 tenant, and then we probably have few of those. Maybe I'm just looking, I can ask, maybe it's only 2. There we go, 3 at least. You see, we have homes with 1. Does it count 1 person as a family? I mean, like, what if spouse dies? Like, do they ever get a second? Yeah, look at this. There's a lot of them living alone, and like, what if I reset them, Ombre? What if I reset these? Will this farmer, female farmer, find a male farmer over 40 years old and live together? I mean, it's a good question. Like, what happens to these people? Maybe I should just do it. And no, I'll wait for the next episode because I think this is a little bit important. So I'm gonna wait for the next episode to do this reset so we can all follow the results of it. That's it. That's Ombre's comment. Copti, church good, church great. Yeah, it's nice. Let's say nice, not great. You know, religion and humans and stuff. These days, religion is always scrutinized. But anyway, nice to see Lanceman. Yeah. Let me just, sorry about this, I'm just extending. Nice to see the town growing. On pause. Don't forget that you can ask the trader to bring animals. Yeah, this is something I don't know how to do. I never knew how to do and never did it. I always waited for... I always had fun with this game that I didn't have to experiment in, like, you know, let's order animals and stuff. I'll think I'm gonna have to do this now, and I think it's beneficial for all of us, for me to find out how this actually... Oh, here we go, trader is coming. That's really nice to see. Right, let's see if we can order animals from him. The landsman said as well that find the one who takes venison but only sell about half of what she'll take. Then they're gonna come back with animals and they will most likely be take more venison again. Yes, this is a really good idea if it works like that. I have a feeling that that traders who give you animals, that they don't accept venison. You see, here, for example, we have sheep and chicken. Chicken, welcome. We're getting chicken. Did they build this? No, they didn't. It's still under construction. Doesn't matter. Initially, I think I might... I'm gonna get all this chicken, all the chicken that we can... Wow. Well, it's gonna be a little bit... Well, you know what? We have all the money that we need. Wool coats, yeah. I mean, like, we have it. Let's just do it. There's another really good one that Lanceman said. I'm going to continue reading this. I'm just going to trade this. Let's do wool coats because we have a decent amount of these. And then firewood. Yeah, let's do firewood. Let's not. Let's continue with this one now. 480. Go down. 480. So we need, we have 10 extra. Let's go 199. 199. That's fine. What? 199. There we go. Let's get these chicken. Trade. Perfect. We have chicken. Should we wait for this one to be built? Maybe. Also, one more. Let's actually do something else that Lanceman mentioned there. That we will probably get better price by making warm coats that's made of leather plus wool rather than normal coats. I was like, yeah, but leather is tradable. But how much better is the warm coats? Do we have any wool coats? No. Warm coats. Yeah, let's start making warm coats. Yeah, that's gonna be a weird one in the middle of the trade. Oh, right. Purchase constantly. Like, let's see, orders. Let's order cattle. Yeah, let's do that. If I order cattle, hopefully he's gonna come back with cattle. But what I will not do, I will not remove the... What do we have? 311 leather from here. I'm only gonna process the new leather, and that's only if the tailor manages to fight off the traders with getting the leather first, because we have huge demand for leather here. I'll wait for a few seconds and we'll see how how everything behaves. Okay, so we already have one animal type that we are using. We can always... yeah, so we covered what... Lanceman said, so use the trader with venison and order animals from him. We'll see if that goes. Yeah, I have a lot of venison. We have a lot of venison, so it shouldn't be a problem. But we'll see when they arrive, and then start making warm coats. You can probably make more money from them than just the price of leather, like your father said. Value added and up. Yeah. You need to add, like in real life, how it works is you add always value to the product. Like, why would you sell corn if you add a little bit of value by building a factory and start selling cornflakes for a lot of money? Corn costs this much for, let's do American way, per bushel, and then per I don't even know what Americans are using for the cereal, for the cornflakes, probably ounces. So like how much per ounce you sell corn, in bushels, and how much per ounce you sell like a pack of cornflakes, you know. So always add value, but again, we live in capitalist world where market determines the prices, and then, you know, you can't really, if you're not competitive in price, it's hard. And this is probably the same question here. I will just say that the wool coats cost 15. I don't know how much wool costs. Wool costs, we can do this, wool, and then go for trade. Wool costs 5 and wool coat is 15. This is really good added value. It's the added value of 10. You just add value to wool, and I'm really interested to see how much wool warm coat costs, because if it's 25 then it's not worth it, because 25 you need to invest. We can get this plus 10 investment in one wool coat. You know, you get you charge your work of the tailor by the charge the work of a tailor for 10, because the difference between the wool and the wool coat, how much is it worth. And if it's 25, you don't add any additional charge to the work of the tailor. It's the same 10. But if it's 30, if it costs 30 the warm coat, then we'll see. That might be well worth it. We're gonna have to wait for warm coat to see how that goes. Do we have anybody living in the boarding house? No. So I think we're pretty good here. Okay, chicken. Let's go for chicken in the new pen here, and another herdsman. Perfect. Chicken, we have capacity for chicken 32. Now, what are the benefits and downsides of these little pastures that we're building? Let me see if I covered it. I have actually, sorry, Mr. Moore's comments, but let me finish the what's the downside of these pastures. Like I said, currently here we have how many? We have 2 herdsmen for 525 squares, because no, 25 times 25, is it? Or no, it's 20 times 20. Maybe I'm mistaking. One more time. No, it's 20 times 20. I was wrong. So it's 20 times 20. So that's 400 squares, and this is half the size. Really? 15 times 13, that would be 150. 3 times 15, 13. Yeah, 189 or something like that. Would be no, it's 15, it's 195 versus 200 squares. Really, it doesn't really look like this is twice the size of this. It looks a little bit more bigger. Doesn't matter. So we're not losing that much at all. So 1 herdsman for these animals sounds great. And if we continue building it in this manner, we will cover diversity of food, we will protect ourselves with the disease, and I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. So what we can do next is for Ombre, do these infections jump trees, different types of trees? Maybe yes, maybe not. I'm not really 100% sure. And if they do, would they jump? How far do they jump? If you know any of that stuff, I mean, like, obviously you're quite knowledgeable. That's something that I would like to know. Sometimes probably I would be too lazy to test myself, but if anybody knows how far the diseases can jump, like, obviously if we build 2 pens here and here, maybe they can jump, maybe not. So how far away I have to keep them from each other. But anyway, winter is here, middle of winter. No snow, really? Okay, let's see if we can employ all these farmers. It's middle winter, it's not really early. Let's deforest this area because it's easier, and let's remove all the resources from here. I wonder, like, we do have a lot of wood, so that's kind of fine, but I was thinking if, you know, we're gonna stockpile this for future construction and stuff. We can build a couple of bridges and stuff. Oh, we can put stone roads around here. How are we doing stone-wise? Look at this amount of stone stored. It's 111. They did finish most of the roads, and it's, of course, much better for them to walk on the roads. They're faster there. But unfortunately, we can't really afford to put stone everywhere. Stone quarry is working like crazy, and, like, again, this is my worst building in this game, this quarry thing, and, you know, especially if it leaves the hole. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe I should just ignore it, you know, put a couple of these holes somewhere in the end of the map and just get stone from there. And we look at this, we're like not even, we didn't pick up even the much of the stone that we have lying around. And also what Ombre said, like you can use the winter to collect the trees and stuff. That's a really good idea, and I can do it as well for the stone, you know, just send all the people during the winter to go and pick up the stone from around where it's lying around. Okay, Mr. Moore, 300 magic mushrooms will be one hell of a lunch for the whole village for sure. It's too bad you don't have the flattened terrain mod. Yeah, a lot of mods, like I used to use a lot of mods. I think I covered in the first episode some of the mods that were there, but those mods were left there since I played last time. That was years ago. So I need to recheck what other mods we have, and just, you know, to be ready when we start playing with the mods. Yeah, look, a lot of what is this? This is, yeah, these are the salads or whatever, and these are the medicine, or vice versa. I'm not really sure actually, but look how much food is left over in the forest. Well, this is gonna be cool. I would love to see how fast they're gonna regrow the forest around here. Well, we'll see. We're there. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Moore said that we should flatten this hill with the mods. We would be able to do it, and yeah, that's true. But if we do then 13 times 15 size fields, maybe this hill won't be even in the way. But it doesn't matter. We can always play around the field. Right. I might want to split sheep soon. Yeah, that's definitely a thing, and I definitely should do it. Let's see. If I start doing this, where's the best place to start? Probably in this area. I would still keep it. Yeah, well, I can start anywhere. This is cabbage, for example. We can push, or we can live without cabbage for. No. We're not living without anything. Let's just do this. Let's remove the building here. And let's replant the cabbage field. And because we are not removing anything, actually, it's 15 times 13. We are just replant the cabbage. Yeah, and like I said, and this is the wheat. We can do the same with the wheat. School is gonna have a little bit of space around it, but it doesn't really matter. If I remove the this one, this is wheat, right? And go for the this one. We're investing the same amount of farm work to get less product. It's not ideal, I'm fully aware of that, but I don't really care that much about it, because what's with these? Ah, right, there are farmers. I don't care about that. Like maybe I should care. Maybe it's gonna create some problems down the line. I don't know. Let's finalize this. Let's see. Might want to split sheep soon. Yeah, I think I should. How far should I push this? Because this is the word. Usually I wanted to place pens here, but let's see. What is this? This is crop field. Wait. Oh, early spring. Okay, they started planting, so I'm not gonna deal with this right now. Yeah, we're full of sheep. I was thinking maybe to start splitting in 2 of these. I actually would like to see how many animals it's gonna split into, how many animals we can have, because you can't have 25 sheep in this size pasture, so it's definitely gonna be smaller. And I would like to do, you know, feng shui thing, you know, 13, 15, whatever. So I would like to stick to this kind of operation that we have going on here. So I will leave this one here. Let's continue and see to increase the sheep production and thus the amount of wool. Yeah, wool. We're gonna have increase. Well, that's actually, what's the deal with the wool? This is the wool amount of stored textiles. This is not only wool, but it's also. Oh, right. Let's check the wool code here. Wool coat. No, warm coat. We need warm coat. Are you producing this? Man, it has leather, but looks like they're consuming all the warm coats. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Do we have trader coming? No, we're playing on ×2 speed the whole episode because we're covering a lot of important information here. So hopefully this is going to be really useful. Ombre shared a lot of good stuff here. I'm pretty sure that many of you have a similar amount of really useful information that you can share, but it's just, you know, like it needs time to come back to you, like myself as well. Like I know I have like amazing amount of information that I would like to share, but Yeah, it's gonna be a while until I get back to understanding where we were. Wow, these trees are regrowing already. Or are those maybe bushes? No, they look like trees. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Let them grow. Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. Right, so... yeah, does the base game has a flax or something? Mr. Moore asked. No, we don't have any crop in the base game that we can use for fabric production. This is the only clothing production we have, and this is the only clothing options: leather wool or leather plus wool. That's the only clothing we have. I would like to see if I can. No, you know what? Why would I have warm? Ah, here we go. Warm coat. Perfect. Let's just get 20 to see what the price is. Oh, this is not ideal. Only 20. I expected at least 25. Ooh, I don't know if warm coats are the best way to do it. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Like, investment in wool coat is 5 of the resources. Actually, I don't know how many materials actually go in each. Maybe, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to learn more about this before. Ombre obviously knows a lot about this, and Ombre, if you know how much resources go into wool coat versus warm coat, because if it's 1 and 1, this is the work invested in wool coat pays off much better. Yeah, but anyway, it's interesting. So we don't have any crop that we can use for clothing production, and been playing with the mods from beginning, not even sure what the game-based thing is. Yeah, very glad to see will be coming earlier, and I'm alright. Yeah, the videos. I'm gonna be putting these videos out, like even today. This one is gonna be posted. It should be at least 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 p.m., 1600 hours Dublin time, just so you guys have more time to respond. So it's gonna be more like, you know, closer to live streams. And I'm not doing live streams. We're gonna continue in this format, and hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy the content. And right, and he's going to be more on point for his mayoral duties, Mr. Moore, and a lot of people know, he thinks that a lot of people know this game much better than everybody else, but I think all of us can learn one from each other, and, you know, I definitely can, so I don't think anybody's contribution to this Let's Plays and this overview of the Banished is, you know, is wrong. I think everybody can learn from this, and I'm really happy if you guys can share whatever information we can, you know, just to play the game a little bit better. Okay, that's it. Let me see how much time we have in this episode, because I was yabbering about for a long time, actually 37 minutes. We did build stone houses, so ta-da, we did some things. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's do another double check of the Ombre's math. 69. Again, we have 69 families, 69 homes. Do we have anybody in the boarding house? No. I still don't think that this data shows us anything. I don't think it does, because obviously I don't know what constitutes as a family, because you can see that some people are, you know, living alone, and I don't know what it says there. Obviously that house is not free for anybody, and obviously then probably think that this is a family, because the spouse, the other person that was in a relationship, maybe died or something, or it was in a pub, moved to a pub. But obviously I don't consider this to be kind of viable information. Maybe I'm missing something, that we have 69 families and 69 homes. 69. But yeah, so I need to understand this data a bit better. And in the next one I might do this reset that we spoke about and see how it reacts, because I think it's a genius idea, and thank you, Obre, for this. I will be demolishing all the houses, and then I'm gonna stop demolishing all the houses, just to reset all the workers, you know, for 10 seconds, and then reset all the workers so they can go back, you know, to their homes. And we will see how the data behaves then, because we'll see. I have a feeling that we're not gonna have 69 families and 69 homes, because some of these families might disappear because they're gonna move with each other. So yeah, some of them are male. Here, female, for example, I think they have high probability of moving with each other. But you know, it's really interesting. Here's another female, so at least 2 household exist that probably shouldn't exist, but you know, well, that's a heavy subject. Anyway, let's finish it off here and say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, the description of the video. Happy Monday, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.